of the most important questions homeowners ask when they discover a bat issue is this: is it safe to live in a home with bats? Bats are an important part of the ecosystem, and most are not aggressive. However, when bats live inside of a home, especially in close proximity to people, there are real health considerations that should be taken seriously. Many homeowners try to wait out a bat issue, especially if the bats appear to be confined in an attic or a wall space and aren't seen regularly. The reality is that once bats are living in a structure, the situation should be treated as a priority. Health risks are not based on how often you see the bats, but on proximity, potential exposure, and the environment bats create over a period of time. Once a roost has been established, bats' instinctual behavior will continue to bring them back year after year, allowing both activity and contamination to increase. Now, bats carry several diseases that are important for homeowners to understand. The most serious concern is rabies. While rabies in bats is relatively rare, it is extremely serious if exposure occurs. Bats are the most commonly reported source of rabies exposure in humans in the United States. Any direct contact with a bat, or even a one-time exposure where a bite or a scratch cannot be ruled out, should be treated very seriously. Now, if someone has had any physical contact with a bat, or wakes up to find that a bat is in your sleeping space, medical guidance from a physician should be sought immediately. Another health concern associated with bats is histoplasmosis. Histoplasmosis is a respiratory illness linked to fungal spores that can develop inside of bat guano. Over time, bat droppings and urine can accumulate in attics, wall cavities, and other spaces. Now, when the guano dries and is disturbed, maybe by the wind, a breeze, or construction, microscopic spores can become airborne and affect indoor air quality, increasing the risk of respiratory exposure. Now, beyond specific diseases, bat activity can affect the overall health of a home. Guano and urine can create persistent odors, affect indoor air quality, attract insects and secondary pests, and contaminate insulation and building materials. Now, these conditions can impact occupants even when the bats are no longer visible. Now, we are not medical professionals, but one point is very clear. Any suspected exposure to a bat, even a single incident, should be evaluated by a medical professional. Waiting or assuming that there was no contact can increase your risk. Now, when it comes to potential exposure, it's always better to be cautious and seek medical advice. The good news is that these risks are manageable. Humane, professional bat exclusion removes bats safely and prevents future exposure. When necessary, guano cleanup and attic decontamination help address lingering health and air quality concerns. This is about understanding risk and addressing it responsibly. If bats are living in your home, it's not something we recommend waiting on. Understanding the health risks allows homeowners to make informed decisions, and addressing the issues early helps protect both the people living in the home and the bats themselves. If you have concerns about bats in your home, we're always happy to help explain what's happening and what the next steps should be.